Here today with Baker University head wrestling coach Cody Garcia as the Wildcats prepare to host the Hart Championship duels this weekend at Collins Center. Coach, since we last talked to you, you guys had a nice dual victory against Missouri Valley. You also competed at the Missouri Valley Invitational. Recap your wrestling program these last couple of weeks.
We've had a really good start to the second semester. Finding some momentum off national duels, coming back, and like I said, from national duels to the Missouri Valley duel at home here, we beat the 6, 7, and 8 or 5, 6, and 8 ranked teams in the country in the duels. So that gives those guys confidence, and we kind of knew we were right there, and those were winnable duels. But to actually go out and have different guys step up in each of those duels was important. And the Mo-Val duel especially, when you start looking at the qualification system, that's some matchups we're going to need to win to get us to nationals. So that stuff's coming quick, and to start peaking at the right time. It's an important thing for us to do, and hopefully gives you guys some encouragement that that's what's going on.
With the addition of some schools, we now have kind of a Hart Championship type format. This will be the first time Baker's hosted that. We'll take on William Penn as well as Grandview and Graceland. So we won't face all of the Hart teams, but kind of break down the format and how it'll work on Saturday.
Yeah, so basically, we're split north and south. So we had the Missouri Valley and Benedictine duel prior to this. Those South Division duels basically creates the order, and we're just hope usually the 1 versus 1 will be the last duel of the weekend. But yeah, it's just nice because all 6 teams are in that same qualifier, so it's still very important from a qualification standpoint, seeding standpoint, to kind of send a message and make sure that we're wrestling at a high level right now. It's also unique because really there's not a whole lot of wrestling conferences right now. I think it's starting to develop more and more, and there's things, there's some schools jumping over just for wrestling. But for us to have one, and not only have one, but have, probably the best, conference in the country. We had 6 national champs come out of this conference last year, 6 out of 10, 11 out of 20 finalists, 3 of the top 6 teams in the country, all from this conference. So, you talk about the depth of the conference, the strength of the conference, and this is a good time for us to be seeing some top competition, and fortunately we have that just within the conference.
Yeah, have an opportunity to again face the number 1 team in the country in Grandview, as well as you'll start off with William Penn, then Grandview, and then Graceland. But what's kind of the ultimate goal for this weekend for Baker as you take on some conference foes?
I think still just sharpening. Our performance. I think is still talking about closing the gap on our potential. We're only 4 weeks out from the regional tournament. 5, 6 weeks out from the national tournament. So I think understanding that we have some areas of improvement that we're going to focus on, and sharpening the edge here as we kind of round and make that final push. But I think that's what I want to see. I think we got to go out and compete, battle, embrace the battle, and as long as we're doing that, I think good things are going to happen. But it's a process, and I think these guys are understanding this is just another weekend as far as getting us to where we need to be towards the end.
This will be the final time so many wrestlers will compete at Baker. What's the mindset of some of those guys as they compete at home for the final time?
Same thing. I think delight in the fight. They gotta be, enjoy the opportunity to stand or to compete in front of that crowd again. Compete in that singlet. Some of those weigh-ins are starting to dwindle down. They got the countdown is on. So enjoy it. Kind of smell the roses. I think that's hard sometimes, and sometimes you really do. From my perspective at least. Really try to emphasize that for those guys because it goes so quick, and you can get caught up in the moment, and each thing is being the next step to get where you need to be. But at the same time, you do got to stop and enjoy it, smell the roses a little bit, and say, hey man, this is awesome. I get to go out and be passionate and show my passion for a sport that I love, and and do it in front of people that I love. So that's always a good place to compete in, mentally, as far as coming from that way. And I think these guys are kind of there right now, still enjoying the process of it.
Well, Coach, thanks for taking out the time today, and we'll see you in the squad 11 a.m. Saturday in the Hart Championships.
Thanks.